How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk to you today about a penny stock I just bought. I'm pretty excited about this one. Of course, with all penny stocks, there are risks. However, I think the catalysts, the coming catalysts outweigh the risks on this one. I had a lot of people asking me to cover this, so I definitely want to cover it, but I didn't think I would be buying it right away because honestly, I have a handful of penny stocks I'm watching over right now, and penny stocks I think take a little bit more effort to watch. But this one is a really interesting one. The US government's already backing it. They have no debt. And they also are in a very quickly growing industry. And the CFO is compensated based on how the company does. Now, I'll get into all this in a second. But if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate that. Please hit subscribe too. I really appreciate that. We're really close to 100,000 subscribers. So if you've watched these videos before, if you got anything out of it, please hit subscribe. Also, there's a link down there to WeBull in case you want some free stocks, in case you want up to $3,700. I know a lot of people have been looking to move away from Robinhood. So definitely check out that link down below. Just deposit $100. Also, there's a link down there to BlockFi. So if you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, get an interest rate on that, you can check out that link. I use them personally. And last thing, there is a link down there to Patreon. So if you want to know exactly what I'm buying and selling in real time, you can check out that link down below. There are 4,500 other people in there too. So you can definitely talk to some people at any time of the day about different stocks. So definitely check out that link. Now, I was just watching a video between Meet Kevin and Dave Lee, and they were talking about how Dave Lee got into Tesla very early on. I think he got in at about $20 or so, and this is, I think, pre-split. So he was back in Tesla stock very heavy in 2012. Most of his portfolio is in Tesla stock. And he talked about how he heard about it. It was innovative. He liked the CEO, Elon Musk. He liked the kind of leader he was. And he was looking for a 10x company. And he realized, or he read up that they had announced his compensation package. They had talked about how if he is able to increase the market cap by about 10x, he would get a lot of stock options. Now, for Dave Lee, he said that was really, I think, a game-changing moment for him. He realized that his interests aligned perfectly with the CEO's, and he bought very heavily into the company, but the CEO compensation was a big part of it. Now, I was looking at a penny stock today and realized that they have something very similar for the new CFO. So the company we're looking at is ABML, American Battery Metals Corp. Now, this one is sitting at $3.70. It's on the OTC market, so I personally bought it through Fidelity. First of all, they're just in the growing lithium battery recycling market. They're expecting this to grow to about $18 billion by 2030. And there's just going to be so many more electric cars. They're going to have to recycle a good portion of those, and that's going to increase the market size. Now, this is really interesting. So they appointed a new CFO recently, and basically he's getting paid $300,000 a year annual salary, but in addition, he shall be entitled to receive a bonus cash and equity compensation based upon certain milestones as set forth in the CFO agreement. Now, if we go all the way down to the CFO agreement, there are 4 things he has to do. He has to open a plant. He has to get $1 million in revenue from the plant. So he has to actually open it and make sure that's running and things like that. They need to uplist to a major exchange, and they need a strategic partnership. So these are 4 catalysts that I think could send the stock up. Obviously, all of these are good news for the company. This company is very early on. And they really aren't producing revenue right now, but they already are backed by the US government. And by that, I mean they actually got a $4.5 million grant by the US Department of Energy Advanced Manufacturing Office. Now, this is for the DOE's effort to reduce the US's dependence on critical materials by aiding American companies. Now, this is very important. This gave the company now a debt-free balance sheet, and they're hoping to uplist. Like I said, they are going to get a lot of attention from the uplists, I think, and the fact that they're debt-free reduces a lot of the risk on the company side. Now, be careful because this is still a company that is very early on, right? They don't really have revenues at least not significant revenues, but they're expecting up to $200 million in revenues over the coming years after they get this factory up and running. Now, this company has moved up a lot over the last month. It's moved from about $1 stock all the way up to $3.75, and over the last couple months, they were only 16 cents. So be careful because this has moved up a lot, but this is only a $2 billion company in a growing field with an uplist to the US or to the NASDAQ. I think that this could have some potential catalyst, and I've heard some people say as much as a $20 price target. Now, I personally bought some of this company. I feel like there's still a lot of hype in the sector. This is still an inexpensive stock. Now, I realize it's still $2 billion, so that's much more than most $4 stocks are. But a lot of people don't look at that. A lot of people just see a $4 stock and think it's inexpensive. But there is some risk. Like I said, they're up 20x from where they were a couple months ago. So they really need to be able to produce. They need to be able to get some revenues. They need to be able to expand. But like I said, I think there are several different catalysts going for them in the future. Now, I personally bought 100 shares at about $3.70. So I'm willing to put some money on the line for this, but I'm not putting in my life savings or anything like that. I believe that diversification is key. And this is about normal for what I put into these penny stocks. Anywhere between 250 and 400 is about what I put in. Now, for me, I am willing to risk this money. This could go down significantly because, like I said, they were very inexpensive as of recently. But with all these catalysts, I think it's really good for them in the future. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research. I'm not telling you to go out and buy this stock by any means. I'm just saying you should go take a look at it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I think this is a potential, 2x, 3x, depending on how quickly this grows and how quickly they're able to hit milestones. I could definitely see this around a couple $1 billion, even without, or $5 to $6 billion, even without much revenue, because it's in a growing field. I think right now the markets are so crazy that I could see people jumping on this and pushing it up to $6 to $10 just based on hype alone. But again, be cautious. Don't put any money in here that you're not willing to risk or lose. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see a video that I did yesterday on the Amazon of plant-based companies, I'll put it up on the end screen. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments. And while you're down there, check out the link down below to WeBull, to BlockFi, and then also to the Patreon. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in this video here. Bye.